Everyone, hope everything is going well. Silver and gold, they've been doing well. If you look at over a decade, they've been a lot better, and the sentiment is quite interesting. And I'm going to tell you why. This is JC Pretz. I follow him a lot. I think he's one of the better technical analysts out there that I followed for years. It's not just, okay, I started following him like a couple of years ago. And I've found other technical analysts on Twitter, on YouTube. I mean, even through my sports car channel, I've found interesting people out there. And this guy I've been following a longer period of time, and his track record is pretty damn good. His calls are pretty good. That's why I highlight him. And he said the other day, gold, and he's a technician, and he used to bash gold like a decade ago. But he used to be a gold bug in 2003 to 2007-ish. He says gold just closed at all-time new highs and no one seems to care. In my experience, that kind of sentiment is not exactly evidence that we're late in the cycle. I agree. Like no one really is talking to me about gold. They're not hyped up. I may get a few messages on my sports car channel, but that's about it. This is quiet. I don't see the gold and silver pumpers. Like they're not acting wild. There are a few people that I used to watch that I just don't look into because every day it's like, or every few weeks, months, comics is going to default. Gold is going to skyrocket. Paper, silver is junks. Gold, paper, silver. I mean, gold, paper is junk, right? I used to hear that all the time, so I stopped watching that content. Now, I do watch occasionally some videos on YouTube. I do read some articles. I am invested in miners and silver. But, anyways, I like to follow people that are not into the conspiracies like I once used to, was into in gold and silver. But he's talking about gold ripping. Okay. And what I find interesting about this space, I used to say that, hey, look, there's stocks like Wheaton Precious Metals. They've done well comparative to silver, where silver actually has not even reached its all-time highs. But there's also Franco-Nevada that has outperformed most of the gold stocks out there, and the gold stocks have not done so hot. Okay. Just calling it the way it is. And even though I have money invested in the space, this was an interesting idea. And this is Sean McLaughlin, and I think he's also with All Star Charts. And this is the chart that he came up with. It's called A-Mark Precious Metals. And what I've noticed over the past decade, it's the miners have not done so hot. It's usually maybe the financing of miners or things like this. A-Mark Precious Metals, it's dealing with customers that want to buy silver. And what is insane is that in 2020, the stock used to be $3. This is probably one of the better performing silver stocks out there. And it kind of reminds me of what my peeps do. Who are my peeps? The Janes. And what they've done in Belgium, there's only about 2,000 of them there, but they dominate about 66% of the silver, or I mean, just the jewelry market or uh, things like that. And the reason why what they do is they deal in the trading aspect. And it's something like A-Mark Precious Metals, dealing with customers, consumers. And I think one of the reasons why they do it is like from a moral point of view, it's better to do this than dealing with mines. And two, I think from a profit margin perspective, and that's why they do it. And I'm looking at A-Mark doing well. they're doing awesome. And I bought an option position in this just as a FYI. And I do think things like this will rip. But also, what will play catch up are the silver miners. The silver miners, the gold miners, they've lagged. If you just want to look at a few things here, let's look at the Huey. Okay. Huey, let's go to Huey index. Let's look at the last 5 years. It's actually gone nowhere, right? It's flat since 2020. Look at gold, okay? Gold price. Gold price over the past 5 years, it's gone up. What I do believe is once we get more instability in the markets because of number one, this whole election season going on, bonds rallying, and also commercial real estate problems. Like with these lower interest rates, I do expect these miners to pick up. And I do believe, not investment advice, I'm just telling you, right? I do think that there's probably a year left, year and a half left in this current bull market. And so stuff like A mark, I think that's gonna do well. Could be wrong, right? Dealing with the trading aspect. I'm seeing all these junior miners. I bought First Majestic the other day, option position. Yeah, there's going to be volatility. It doesn't go up in a straight line. But when I'm seeing technicians out there, good technicians, JC Peretz, there's Avi Gilbert. Okay. He's saying that silver is probably going to rip. Okay. I used to watch this guy, Jordan Roy Byrne. I think it's the Daily Gold Report. I've interviewed him, back in the day. He was like wearing a gold suit, man. Like he's a technician. He's giddy. When I'm seeing technicians giddy, that's something that I'm looking at. And what I think is going to happen is, once again, I believe the miners are going to rip higher, despite, the stock market going down, despite commercial real estate problem. I do think initially people will flock to these, but we shall see. Anyways, let me know, and I'll talk to you later.